Don't think twice.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Starting!
Alright.
Every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
Let's get into part 2 here.
What a wild ride this has been.
Part 2 for me, I guess. Played the first part of this last night and had a great old time with it. This game is extremely my shit for so many reasons, whether it be probably the storyline, I don't want to say meta storyline because it's not a meta storyline, but there's like a story happening behind the actual gameplay. Clearly it seems. Also the FMV, of course, is I'm a big proponent of. And it's just fun. I think it's stressful because this, even though it's massively dumbed down, this like triggers the same like fight or flight like response I had when I was doing a lot of this like technical work for broadcasting. So let's see here. I gotta
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes.
also, I'm glad we kind of just ended on the extra scene from on last night. That was a good way to end it. Loading screens can be skipped by inventing a time machine. Preposterous. Preposterous. Alright, so we're at day 153. The Tempest. Oh, it's raining. What does this do? Oh, I could probably see what must be played. Introducing advances, radical new transition centers. I should put in the title of the YouTube video, former broadcaster student plays. Not for broadcast. God, that is extremely like a YouTube tactic though. That is extremely YouTube tactic. And then all I gotta do is put my like pog face in the thumbnail with maybe like a a bunch of wires. Like I'm like holding a bunch of wires with a confused face and I don't know what I'm doing. And they're just like almost like I come from like an infomercial maybe, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing with all these wires. I'll work on it. Check my prostate. With a porky little twist. Subscribe weekly. What did I end up, Oh, dude, there's, like, publications that do a lot of that stuff. Like, it's always like, oh, a dancer reacts to a dancing video game or something. Or, like, I saw, like, most recently I saw, like, oh, a lie detector expert or, like, a criminal investigator watches someone play L.A. Noire. Like, stuff like that. I see that all the time. Still, to this day. To this day, the picture changed.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show.
Oh man, this is a choice I can make. Oh shit, this is difficult. Ugh, fuck. I got it. Oh shit, I gotta do the power first, don't I?
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality have any slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawes.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
They tricked me.
A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings.
They tricked me.
throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Minister
God, I'm not ready
Julia
for this.
Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the dare?
I have to like get in the mindset because there was like a lot of like I'm not I'm going from AI the Somnium files to this, and I gotta like get ready that I have to go into my brain mode where I'm like thinking about like constant. I gotta be like head on a swivel again, you know? I was rusty there. All right, let's try this.
Move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
While both options are still on the table, support seems to be growing for a daring escape attempt. If a group of fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft ever conceived by man, then who can?
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
It might seem amusing to us, but clearly this formerly overprivileged section of our society is not adjusting well to the new future.
Wild.
It's often too easy to forget that not every citizen is thriving under advance.
Table for 2. Johnny Hamsleeves and Tiffany Lamour were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year, and this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Could we be on the verge of the biggest celebrity wedding since professional wrestler Randy Grizzlenuts McFly
Grizzlenuts.
married his longtime tag team partner Tina Tiny Hands last year in a wrestling ring made entirely of cake?
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put
I don't like this
Snow
double
White's
thing they're
disaster
doing
behind them, Remington
in the
Smith's
intro.
CEO
Not a
Sophia
fan.
Remington today announced a brand new product
Especially-
that already has them.
So here's the other thing. So this is another thing that is obviously I know this is supposed to be dumbed down or whatever, and we're kind of obviously this is the game section to this, but like in a real setting like this, we would not only have done like a run through, so I would have known who would be talking when, but I would have in this part, I would have access to the script, the teleprompter. That's the word I'm looking for. I would be able to see the teleprompter, and I would be able to see when they were switching off lines. So even if I went in blind, I would see and I would know where the line breaks are, and I would know exactly when to switch to each person. And I obviously don't have access to that, so that's what makes this difficult.
Markets buzzing with interest.
Just thought I'd say
This
that.
groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today. Though
What
its
is
critics are
this?
skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception, but others have expressed concerns
Nice.
over its safety and side
It's fine.
effects.
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later,
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
you won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
So this has changed a lot. This is like a big change. Is it because it's the nightly news?
First tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock. Like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath.
Is it a different show, or did they, over the course of the days, change it?
Facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he
Or
spent
no,
the
you know what it
first
is?
time
It's
since
probably, I mean, they changed a lot. They brought her on as like a double anchor,
Before we go to the interview,
so they probably did
this
change
station would
things.
like to issue a full and frank apology.
Yeah, it's the same show. They just
Not when
changed
played in the
like the opening and
We
got
should
her.
never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy,
Interesting.
now upwards of 8,000 casualties, might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all. After what you lot did. Irresponsible. I mean, whose idea was this anyway?
It's all right. It wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy.
Hello.
Can you see me?
Hey, oi, Timmy.
Who's that lady?
She's just wrapped up like a fucking mummy.
She's going to ask you a few questions.
And you be careful now, it upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the
This thing stresses me out, the wavelength thing.
So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
Ah, yes. That'll be the fur. It's scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug.
Change it up on me.
Of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend."
Get that reaction
I
shot.
wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be. They're just $89.99. And then it's the General Air 41.
And is that when he burst into
Look
flames?
careful.
And then he exploded.
I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes. When I took him in at night, it glows through bandages. I know it's under there, staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes.
Oh, Timmy Three Eyes.
That's 5.
It's too many eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic.
So
You have nightmares.
So traumatic.
Right, that's quite
Do you?
enough of
Timmy?
you two coming in here with your camera trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can
No,
call
no, you've had your
normal
questions,
again?
and now
Damn, that's.
you've made him cry with all 3 of his
He's
eyes.
crying under the bandages.
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Right, that's it. Enough. Come on, Nick. Come on.
Mr.
No. Oh, your poster, your favourite poster. Timmy, are you okay? Oh.
So there you have it, Megan. Just
Crazy.
one of many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
I'm bleeding, am I not?
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new Advance mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should
Whoops,
see the
camera
mark
3.
just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these.
Oh, I went. Ooh! I clicked it early. I forgot it does it.
Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
I forgot it does that. I forgot it goes immediately when I click. I thought I was like preloading.
Megan.
Yes, yes.
Well, it means I can drink now.
Women are coming.
I'm more worried about this water dripping onto my head.
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about.
Oh,
Try
exciting.
And make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news.
I do.
Bozeman out.
I want to see naked bits. Give me naked bits. Give me naked bits. Also, only got a B, so I did play pretty poorly there, so I'm not even gonna front.
Yes, I understand that, but I always say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's nothing wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
Want to see us fry? It's good for the ratings.
5, 4,
Are they gonna die?
3.
Welcome back to the National
Damn it.
News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up
Damn
later,
it.
we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting
Bannon?
from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here for the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the lanky hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on. And, Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brain. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy.
Alright, so I see what's happening, I guess.
Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker for shots number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs.
What was that?
Don't know why you complain. To Harris. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Good ball. Move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends.
The fuck is this game they're playing?
Of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense.
It does make sense, yeah.
Striker giving it large.
Second round, do play. Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch.
Uh-oh, we got naked.
Any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her.
We got, oh, naked, heyo. Nope, we got naked. Get her out.
Apologize if we broadcast any of that, as I said.
Oh shit, get off the screen. Oh my god. This is a nightmare. This is, get her off. Get her off. Ah, naked. We can't have that on the television. What will kids think? Oh my god. That was horrible. God, I'll never recover. I'll never recover from this.
Harris. And was that a fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker.
Very upsetting.
And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound.
What the fuck is this?
Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, the boys said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves.
What is that? This is supposed to be nonsense, right? Like, it's not supposed to make any fucking sense. This is just like...
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see.
Nice.
And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now.
Oh my God.
Running around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses. Oh boy, cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these two players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. Am I right, ladies? Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because of course if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor,
what?
it's not going in the bucket.
What was that?
Back to Striker. And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course perhaps... And yes, Harris has countered with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that
Tiny
before.
bell.
She is absolutely gutted. What a mud. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, here we go. Tommy Harris.
This is just...
That's all right. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there.
She's not happy.
Contact caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe
No, you hate to see it.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like,
Oh, God.
this is a mess now. I don't know what
They're on all the screens. Get off.
I mean, sort of breasts and genitals for all to see.
Boobies and boba. Boba and Jens. Oh, God. Just naked bits everywhere. Fucking hell.
Trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Motive is going on here. Yes. We want our money. Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters. Oh, jog on! It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round.
Oh, mimes.
Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go anywhere at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport.
Hold.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting, juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on.
Illegal spit.
From Striker. But she's in it to win it. On it like a car bonnet.
On it like a car bonnet. What a
Tommy
great
Harris
line.
Having a bit of beef. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana.
Oh, the expert banana peel move.
Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or today with Harris. And he's throwing it. And the banana was the ball. What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic. There we go, Jeremy. That is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is
Nice.
Including me as my 15th win in the Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sports Board Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I have to say,
What is
Jeremy,
that?
back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh, yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
Boozman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous.
Great.
Now, I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Boozman out.
We seem to have sprung a leak. Well, several, actually.
You're going to need a whole new lining up there.
Minister, it's so good to see you again.
Miss Wolfe, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolfe.
My, but that's a firm handshake you've got there.
She's tougher than she looks. Am I here?
Here, with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet.
Oh, so we're bringing them in.
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's 5. Have you had a little accident?
She's a cow.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Who's talking?
No, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whinges mostly.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being
Weird.
human.
Sorry, are you saying that advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yep, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much...
Is he gonna get shocked? Is he talking about the raindrops or the drops on him, and then he's gonna get shocked from the mic or something?
less expensive. Look,
Like live on TV, he's gonna die.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. He were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I live.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later he were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half time.
Sounds.
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away, and he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't, or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see, and she didn't want to lose the children as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Just giving me an electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think it fried my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
Yes, sorry. My apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got sapped again. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
Jesus, I rolled your face, fucker! That one was massive! Right, no, this bastard's cool off!
That the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... with a rusty twat!
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Uh-oh.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
Whoa!
So they just... I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
It's my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I saw the leak.
Oh boy. I don't even think... I mean, I know how yesterday and previously you were campaigning for me to use, like, face cam during this. I would just... All you would see is my face, like, just staring at my other monitor. I would just be like, B's across the board. All offensive words were censored. Great. An interference-free show. Good job. An exceedingly poor edit. Good on me. I've received my full wages. Current wealth, things are looking up. Hey. 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 Good on me. Good on me. Jeff Algebra is a married maths teacher. Good to know. Good to know. Bow, 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 bow. Day something, the lockdown. What is this? Oh shit. Why am I scared?
Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little bastards. You're going to need a
What the fuck is that? What are those? Those aren't people. What are these little Peabodies on here? What are these little meeples? This is a meeple. This is... What it... Just a second. This is a meeple. Meeple? This is a... Meeples have... Meeples have fucking... Here, I'm gonna second screen this really quick. Look at this. This is what's on here. Those are they've look at all the look at it. These have invaded the radio waves or something. The fuck? Why did they go so cartoony with it? I mean, it's the toy I advertised? Really?
full charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged, then release it to zap the little fuckers.
Oh, it's the toys. Is it really the toys? Oh. And
Not enough charge there, Alex. Hold it down until it's fully charged.
oh, I didn't want to.
Then release it.
Fully charged sounds dangerous.
Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again. Great.
Is this going to become a mechanic?
The last of them.
Oh boy.
Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up.
Oh boy.
I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
Another thing I've got to watch.
This has no credibility, Jenny. No professionalism. It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be.
Oh, look at his hair.
It's ramshackle and characterful, and I'd expect you to know the difference.
Employee training?
Of course Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Oh, so everyone's in lockdown.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
Oh, I like
She
it.
says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds.
I like his hair. I want
Break a leg, everyone.
to be on the record. I like his hair here. I like his lockdown hair. It does something for me.
Preferably a furry one.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefuck? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehug's toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we had so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
This frightening new development means that even those previously thought to be relatively
Look at that thing.
like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their ears open for the soft steps of sinister feet.
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behavior in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the
Get out of
Donaldson
here.
household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in an activity that has become known as snuggle tugging.
Going it alone, popular crustacean Johnny Hamsleeves is back in the news today as his astonishing photograph that he leaked himself shows exactly how he's been spending his lockdown.
It seems that when the lockdown was announced, Johnny's long-term partner, Tiffany Lamour, was busy in the capital preparing her new show, Chocolate Clit Bombs, for its now postponed grand opening. Let's hope the exhibits don't melt.
Being locked in alone seems to have made poor Johnny realise the empty pointlessness of the professional sportsman's existence. A life that, while no longer bringing in great wealth, still offers vacuous conversation, narcissistic wives, and an utter lack of social importance. Let's hope he doesn't run out of toilet paper for those tears.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Sporsborgen-Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellant.
Get off my thing.
Many of the Sporsborgen-Horgensvoord,
I was itching my
as they've
nose.
come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Sporsborgen-Wongensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Greetings from Dante's Tate, or as we say down here in the family, many mushrooms to you. I don't know what Mrs. Pluckless Plug is, but they sound like they're causing you guys real problems. We've been trapped down here for 8,961 days now, and all I can say is I sure am glad Mum and Dad
Damn, there's a lot there.
on that escape craft. Since they grew me and the rest of the family, we've been getting on famously, and sometimes Mum stops crying for upwards of 20 minutes. Also, it turns out, at push, you can eat flards, if you can handle the stomach cramps and the amnesia. Greetings from Dante's Taint, or as we say down here in the family,
Why is it going again?
to you.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But as everyone knows, time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of
Damn
that.
it.
Class war, a worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy, those who manage to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
This program has received reports of rich relatives on the run actually being filled with helium and released into the stratosphere. If those rich bastards think they're above the rest of us, why not give them a hand in getting there, Jeremy?
And Advance speaks out, with the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world. Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening, and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate.
I want to bring the guy in
How we
who has
behave
a
in our
tendency
home
to
lives
curse.
is what really matters.
Sure.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Evening. Apparently, we need to have a chat about playing by the rules. So, the other night I were at my local park for research purposes, and there were a bunch of lads having a kickabout without a care in the world. And not only did they refuse to let me join in, they wouldn't even let me have a swig of their white stripe. Laughing and joking they were, like there weren't a national crisis on, until one of them little pink demons followed them home and kicked the shit out of their nan. So, I've got two things to say to you young, fit folk. One, stay at home. It's not for you, it's to protect your Aunt Mabel and Bill next door. And two, always share your booze with your Prime Minister. As my old man used to say, there's only two type of folk. Them who will help you across the road with the shopping, and them who will kick you in the fanny and nick your macaroni. So don't be a pasta snatcher. Stay at home. Have a brandy. And this will be all over before you know it. Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were saying a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Rimington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lyle.
Oh, I like her.
No, you don't. Why do you do that?
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Oh my god. This is...
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly,
This is
who's to
madness.
blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield, Milkirky is the CEO of Rimington's Fist, internationally respected business
Hey, picture's
vanguard,
back.
Sophia Rimington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
The voice seem to attract dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions.
Great acting.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snuggle Hugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Rimington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating engineers at Rimming Toys, we are deeply, deeply sorry. Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Rimington. You are preening by a metal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete. I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hangman toy. He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little executioner just wiggle and wave his tiny leaf and dance before my eyes. Grandpa sold thousands of them, on the quiet, obviously, and he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Rimington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson, the passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously
Actually
around the world
obnoxious.
from midnight tonight.
We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze, its breath on the wind, its fart under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
Won't be my feature she's making up next.
Rimington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps.
Nice.
Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a Mrs. Snugglehug in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes. And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is affordable peace of mind.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey, I'm mid-pitch. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next generation Flardinium batteries.
Oh, Flardinium.
So, however long the enemy lasts, these traps will outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They fear you. And then you're gone.
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Aren't they dangerous, say, to children?
Oh, hell yeah. These are not toys, but they're explosive fun.
Sophia Rimington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the situation across the country tonight.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these bandages.
Was that all right?
Oh, yes, Doctor, that was exactly what we...
She seems very nice, that young Miss Remington.
I think she'd make an interesting dinner guest.
Do you think so? I think I'd rather spend the evening shoving Delia's sacred crystals up my skeptical arsehole.
Hello, mate. It's Dave. You're not going to believe this, but
Dave?
I've decided to come home.
Oi!
I'll call you back at the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
Oi! Get your job back. Oi! Come back! Please! I hate it here.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming. Oh, exactly, you said it.
I will never understand.
I don't expect you to.
Why under your pillow, though?
Not from us. Hey, no, Jenny. You're not backing out on me now. We're in this together. It's gonna work.
Airwaves. I was walking down the street and caught my flash. I thought, what a
I almost hit the window.
Okay, coming back. In 5, 4, 3.
The fucking
Back to
title
National
kills
Nightly
me.
News. I'm Megan Roof. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out.
Meow.
You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely.
Oh.
I refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah. People are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. Shh. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Oh, I've got plenty of them outside my window here.
3,000 people die every year from regular toys. That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Does he?
Katie, the press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must be wrong.
Alan,
Ooh, almost missed that.
recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous.
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over.
Oh, he's got a sandwich.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborn for the push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come
Dude,
together
I'm an expert
as a
at this.
community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great ancient.
Oh my god.
Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama laws have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of
Oh, they're in the same room.
are amassing an army. Amassing an army to kidnap our children.
That's you. That's what you sound like.
But
Meh. Meh.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
Ah.
That's why no one wants to be your friend.
I've got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
Not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James.
Alan, you know what they
Katie
say about
Brightman, thank you for joining me. Some real food for thought there from
Very
two of
good.
the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute
Put the sandwich away.
of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate, which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Bannon. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. So my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
That's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy.
Nice.
The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at
Man,
all,
this
Jeremy.
analogy
So,
is
I'd recommend people stay
quite
inside,
something.
following government advice and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually.
You're breaking up.
Which street are you on?
You're breaking up.
Which street am I on? Oh god. I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign. It says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh yeah, that's strange. That's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine. I'm not on Bannon Avenue. I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom technically, but you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
You hear that sound? What was that?
Oh, watch out. Watch out, Bannon.
I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
You're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit. Fucking, listen to me, you bastards. If you're out there, just piss off, you little fucking snuggle fuck. I'm too talented to die. I'm too talented. What the fucking hell? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off.
Oh my god. Terrifying. Keep it on. We want to see this. We want to see the attack live on camera.
What do you see, Patrick? Thank you, Patrick, for that report showing the
Scary.
nation and, more importantly, management just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be happy to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered.
What is this?
Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
What is this? Okay, wait a second. Is this gonna scare me? This is actually slowly turning into just a straight on Five Nights at Freddy's thing, isn't it? This game is trying to turn into a thing like that, right? God damn it. God damn it. Fucking shit. God, don't do this to me. What is the smiling sun? That wasn't always there. God damn it. I'm pissed. I'm not happy about this. I don't know what... Am I gonna just smack something? God.
No, I'm not.
Ah! Get out! Fuck! Oh my god, no. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Stop.
No, you're being charged.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck right off.
I'm not.
Get out of here.
4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly.
Get out of here.
Welcome back.
Oh my god.
We know isolation isn't easy, so
15 minutes of
we have
this?
something a bit different for you.
Oh
You know,
god.
Some people, but it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense. Other, more important
What a
people
night this has been.
overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National
I just
Nightly
die if
win
it gets at me, don't I?
and who will National Nightly lose. So, how do we play? Well, joining me is a man who knows all about playing. It's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding
That
the
scared me.
lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah. I think I heard about that actually. Yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy.
Yeah. You called during nap time, so.
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else? Yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy. Thank you. This.
Oh my god.
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
They turn off the stuff?
So.
Oh, well then, what a fantastic
That's no
prize.
good.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once in a lifetime prize?
Fuck off.
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Nice.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Well, what can I say? My name is Angie. Always has been. I'm a human woman. And my dental
Oh, she's
health
human.
has been described as acceptable.
That's exciting.
Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So,
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now.
No.
When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
Look at him.
Absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favorite color?
crushed praline 4.
Correct, the colour of my nipples. And
Ooh, that was close.
Angie dear, what is
Your
my
nipples.
star sign?
That's a trick question.
Your nips.
You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jellyby?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach.
I should be paid more for what I'm having to put up with.
Of course I am, Amy Dunn.
Ah, shit.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffeecup, and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artists' contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow,
Great.
That certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from,
God damn it.
down.
And who's this?
Keep accidentally.
Well, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking...
It's him.
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We got time.
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with
This
you.
is the guy from the first segment, right?
Not too bold. That's all right. Don't worry.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new...
Or am I thinking of the different
Well, at
guy?
least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of
Sorry.
Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you near their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am. Yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Oh,
do the
yes,
bear.
right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise, old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need to do, Mr.
I do.
Bear,
Oh, I'm still on him way too long there. I do love the directional audio where like I can immediately tell where the fucking gremlins are at.
In this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow, you really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit, shit, fuck.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end... We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like,
Fuck off.
I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, you know, I might be able to... Hang on. Can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Oh boy.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all. I can only
What is
apologize
this?
in advance for
Get
what
out of
we're
here.
about to endure.
You turn this shitting thing up.
Sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm, like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow, they're always in good moods, but that's 'cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into
Nice.
food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who thinks that...
Whatever, I'm just doing what the game wants me to do at this point. I don't think this makes for good TV, just switching off on beat like this constantly, but I'll do it.
Now he's an alcoholic and he's on his third divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations.
I missed it there.
Lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Thanks all for what I'm sure is bound to be a classic of children's entertainment.
I'm not gonna say that was good, okay? Let's not stretch it, alright?
Before we wrap up the news tonight, I just wanted to spend a moment talking to you directly.
for you, Alex. You see, I know you think it's gotten complicated back at the old homestead, but there's something you should know.
Why is she singing?
You like to think you got the family ruled, the feelings have cooled, and you're just ridiculed. You think you're even-handed, but there's nobody fooled. You clearly love your daughter more. You like to think you've got it under
Get out of here.
Well, if that was your goal, you better re-roll. Did you have a few too many at the watering hole? You clearly love your daughter more. Now Chris and Sam are broken, 'cause you're too scared of the law. And Charlie's getting angry, locked behind his bedroom door. But Susie
I need her to stop singing to me.
with that holiday abroad. And I've gotta say, you clearly love your daughter more. Why not have a peaceful night? Yeah, you clearly love your daughter more. And that's news.
That's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News.
Great.
We'll be back tomorrow when Jeremy will be wrestling an alpaca
Ooh.
and I'll be naked.
Oh,
I'm Maggie
great.
Wolf. Have a treacle night.
Can't wait. Can't wait for tomorrow's broadcast. I'm sure I'll actually be playing that.
Beer, I'm fucking
This is another chapter from Crazy Neil's Wit and Wisdom, and I'm reaching out through the lens of this camera to say, buddy, if you're listening, build a better life for yourself.
What is that, Pat?
We got crazy.
Do you think I'd be happy with that?
I too love to drink.
Mind?
I might have a crush. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. Don't scare the shit out of me. Oh, that's scary. That was scary. I don't like that. Hey, I got A's, dude. Some rude words are broadcast. You know what? It's hard times at this point. You know? A little bit of bad words going out does the general public some good, you know? Everyone's got to hear a fuck or a shit every once in a while. Again, exceedingly poor edit. That's great. Interference-free show. My bosses love me. I'm the best. I'm the best. Oh, this looks good. This is a good preview of what's happening. Everyone's slowly losing their minds. Day 154. Oh, shit. Day 154, Rude Awakening. The rhythmic beeping of the heart monitor brings you slowly back to consciousness. Opening your eyes, you're greeted by a semicircle of concerned faces. Your family by your side, a reassuringly familiar sight in these new surroundings. You blink a few times to clear the sleep from your eyes and bring everyone into focus. Feel a hand on yours, gentle but reassuring. Sam, there with you as always. Their expression, understandably concerned, is somehow more affectionate than ever. Chris chimes in from beside them. See? Alex is fine. We missed the game for nothing. Fuck off. You and Chris still aren't on great terms, clearly. And it's hard to miss the tone of disdain in their voice. You remind yourself this isn't about Chris and squeeze Sam's hand, smiling at them. I'm just gonna, I can't be, I'm gonna do this first one. The worry lines on Sam's forehead fade a bit. Lord knows you've both got enough to be anxious about without your health being thrown into the mix. With a final smile at them, you turn to the rest of your family. Just as you feel Susie's absence, you notice Charlie fidgeting, clearly trying not to look worried. As soon as you turn to look at him, you can see Charlie tense up, his concern clear on his face. So, you're definitely good, right? He finally asks, quickly looking away. Of course I am, buddy. There's nothing to worry about. Charlie looks at you and grins, one of those infectious smiles that spreads around the room. It's always good to have him in your corner. Your smile fades as you notice your mother staring listlessly out the window. Despite all your best efforts, she's not been doing well lately. Are you okay, Mum? Your mother starts. Your call clearly shocking her out of her reverie. In fact, she turns to you and smiles, and you're grateful to see the increasingly rare recognition in her eyes. Yes, dear, of course. How are you feeling? You smile warmly and nod, but before you can respond, Doctor bustles in and ushers everyone out. She asks you, for what feels like the 100th time, how you're feeling. Surprisingly well, all things considered. Excellent. There's no sign of any real damage, just a bit of a shock to the old system, pardon the pun, she smiles. Not that we'd recommend you do anything like this again, of course. After a couple of days rest at home, you should feel right as rain. She turns to leave, but stops at the door. Oh, and the private room and care, the doctor gestures to your room, which you now notice looks rather expensive, has all been paid for by Mr. Bozeman. He left those flowers and said not to worry and to take the rest of the week off. He'll see you Monday, apparently. Seems like the least he could do. Oh, Jesus. 3 weeks later. Day 80. Or day 180, I mean. You're going back in time. A burden to bear? You come home from a particularly late shift to find the kitchen light still on, which isn't normally a good sign. Everyone's usually in bed by now. Softly opening the kitchen door, you find Sam sat at the table. Bills and papers are strewn in front of them, as well as what looks to be their second pack of biscuits. They shoot you a strange smile as you take a seat next to them. Sam frowns and goes back to the bill they're holding. Hey, sweetheart, just looking at the numbers again. Oh god, it's giving me stress. They look at the door to the pantry, now converted into your mother's bedroom. We've been doing our best, but I think Cassandra really needs a nurse to look after her now. Suddenly, the bills are all you can see. Fortunately, with the money that's been coming in and what we've been able to save, we've got more than enough to keep going. With Susie home to help out, the nurse would only need to be part-time anyway. Sam smiles at you. What we've been able to save, more enough to keep going. Susie home to help out. Okay. I know things have been difficult, and the daily care won't be cheap, but she's your mother. We have to, really, don't we? You gratefully smile back. Of course, you'll pay for the care your mother needs. Your mother hasn't been herself for a long time. Maybe it's time to consider the other option. Oh, God. Oh, God. I hate thinking about stuff like this. I don't know what the right things to do in this situation are. Oh, God. You gratefully smile back. Of course, you'll pay for the care your mother needs. I can afford coffee. Great. The sword of Damocles sheathed, at least for the moment. You grab the papers, stuff them into a drawer. It's such a relief to not have to worry about it anymore, or so you told Sam. Hours later, you're still awake, staring at the ceiling, thinking, how long will the money last? Oh boy. Oh God. Oh God. Duh. Day 201. A letter home. Sam's out with work tonight. Charlie's staying at a friend's. The house is yours. You order a takeaway, have a couple of drinks, and decide to relax in front of the TV. Not a great selection tonight, but surely something to watch. Feel like a laugh comedy it is. Sam's not here, but you can still watch a horror without them. You just want to switch off. Action thriller's the one. Sam isn't a fan of historical dramas, Most of them being away. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. I mean, watching a horror without Sam seems wrong in a way. I'm gonna say comedy. The humor's a bit hit and miss, but the joke about the kiln has you bent double in laughter. Wiping a tear from your eye, you spy something reflecting the light of the TV under the coffee table. Curious, you reach down and bring it into the light. And as you pick it up, you remember the note Sam left for you. Hey, sweetheart, Charlie lost Susie's present. Would you mind looking for it tonight? Oh boy. As you hold it closer, you're surprised to find the gift's actually engraved lighter for Chippy. She claims the nickname's affectionate, but Charlie still scowls every time she says it. You're not sure if Sam would approve. The accompanying note from Susie explains, Erkeston has a long tradition of glorifying the artist starting fires. Thought you'd like it. Don't do anything stupid. Suze. Hopefully it's just a souvenir and not a new pastime he's picked up or about to pick up. It's nice that she thought of him. Oh, here we go. Back to broadcasting. Boo ba doo, boom ba dum, bum ba dum bum, bum ba dum bum, bum ba dum bum. The silence. All right, now what fucking madness do I have to? Oh, the buzzer's gone. Oh, because we're back in the office. We're back in the room. Oh, I gotta. Yeah, I was like, why can't I switch it on?
Pack up your weapons of optical destruction and get out.
You realise you're beginning to sound like me?
I mean it, Kath.
Damn.
Stay where you are, Kath. Jenny?
This is not Jenny's decision, Jeremy, or yours.
It'll be all right. I'll talk to Buxton.
Oh, good. You can tell him I'll return his wife's casserole dish at our dinner next week. Jenny?
Hostile.
Sorry, Kath, you're gonna have to leave.
I missed why they were fighting.
She nearly blinded me.
10 seconds, everybody.
Oh.
Team these days.
All right. Some hostility. Tensions rising.
3.
Love to see it.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Johnson. Our main
Wait,
headlines
I
tonight-
had it on.
The establishment strikes.
Wait, I had it on. I had the fucking thing on. Yeah, I fucking was pressing the button.
Back.
Oh, the adverts?
The World Council
You're right.
has agreed today to impose punitive sanctions on the people of this country.
The sanctions, which are broad-ranging, include restrictions on the supply of oil and
What
gas,
is this?
food, clothing, and even some medicines. But how should we react? We asked the public.
So how do you feel about the sanctions?
I actually think that with Advance in charge we'll be fine. Of course the rest of the world will want us to fail, or it'll be their billionaires next. But I trust Julia and Peter.
Thanks, Patrick. Fascinating stuff.
Popular Prime Minister Julia Salisbury has
What the hell? My
released a
thing broke.
reassuringly brave statement in response to the World Council's controversial announcement.
God damn it.
This international declaration is nothing short of outrageous. We are a democratically elected government with massive popular support.
What am I supposed to do?
Recognize these
Oh no.
And we encourage other socially progressive nations of the world to both resist and ignore them. Advance have struck fear into the heart of the international community by showing that it is possible to have radical change
Oh,
for the
God.
betterment of the many.
I don't have another
And whilst
advert.
I wish we could improve other countries as much as we have our own, we do not rely on the help of others to thrive. This country is entirely self-sufficient. We are a team. Now
I'm just
more than ever.
fucked, aren't I?
And this team is on your side. Thank you.
Defiant stuff. But what do you, the public, think of our government's stance? Robin Short found out.
Hi there.
Get the grumpy
Sure,
man.
National Nightly News. I was wondering if I could get your thoughts on the current government.
I'm not really very interested in politics, really. As Mother always said, leave politics to the politicians, Malcolm.
Guess we'll just run one advert twice. That's fine. Don't worry, everyone. I know how to work this.
On their groundbreaking male contraceptive product, Responsibility.
Ooh, responsibility. That's good.
Release, but the small print warns that, in rare cases, side effects can include blurred vision, enlarged genitalia, and increased risk of stroke. No double entendre intended.
But what do you, the public, think of Sophia Remington's latest venture?
No. We need more male
What are your feelings
contraception.
on the new contraceptive pill?
I think it's a great idea. A big step forward for equality. Sophia Remington is the best thing that has ever happened to that company.
The delicate sound of thunder. A frightening start for commuters this morning, who were confronted by a somewhat sinister sight as they left their trains.
Many travellers reported feeling intimidated by the silent figures who stood motionless outside every major station in the capital.
Back to this photo.
Radical extremist group Disrupt, who organised the show of strength, refused to comment on the meaning of the strange protest.
Or to apologise to this presenter for making him drop his morning bagel in surprise.
But how do we feel about these somewhat radical extremists and their upsetting methods? Robin found out.
I don't
Can I
know.
ask your opinions on Disrupt?
I don't know.
The guys in black with the orange fist thing.
That's right.
Can I be honest?
Of course. This is journalism.
Oh, it's journalism,
They
dude.
scare me a bit.
Bubbling up, intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and Dr. Ingrid Sforsborg-Hawkinsford today sent a
Oh, I did not. You're saying I know you typed that a while ago. You're saying I didn't
Expert opinions of the plan running the gamut from optimistically engineered
Fight
to
me.
that looks like something my granddad made in his shed. It sounds like the unfortunate team are going to need all the thoughts and prayers they can get.
So what should we think about the escape plan? Patrick Bannon again.
So I'd imagine
This lady just loves everything.
Oh my god!
She just
No! It's a brilliant idea! I hope everyone gets behind them so that they know that we're with them. In spirit, of course.
don't bring these facts and figures into the argument.
Because I'm scared of salt.
I am not a number. Applications finally open today for the new Advanced Team membership cards, a scheme by the government to allow fast access to all the new public
I'm concerned about the advert.
daily.
The team membership cards are entirely voluntary, but will be recognised as legal identification by all major organisations, including the police, banks, and, vitally, pubs and bars.
And of course, there's no charge, Jeremy.
It all seems too good to be true.
Well, you've always been a cynic. But most importantly, what should you, the public, think about the new team membership cards?
Team membership cards?
I don't really join things as a rule. As Mother always said, membership is mostly for unmentionables, Malcolm.
And
This guy
finally,
sucks.
Back of the net, popular sports personality Johnny Hounsleaves and his fiancée Tiffany Lamour was spotted out today doing a little shopping for what many are already calling the greatest wedding ever.
We can only assume that Tiffany's latest show, My Teenage Secretions, has sold better than expected, as by the looks of things, the whole affair's about to become more expensive than Lil C's shoe collection.
I don't know who that is.
But what should your opinion be of this extravagant display of wealth?
Disgusting.
Wise words there.
Nice.
Later tonight, in a bit of a switcheroo, it'll be Jeremy in the culture chair, spitting rhymes with popular rapper Jay Zus. And then we'll both be
Nice.
chatting with a familiar team of thespians set to take the nation by storm.
Oh, how exciting.
Again.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh shit, it's this. For some reason, the alarm scared me.
First tonight, thankfully, some news as we return to our main story.
The World Council today agreed that punitive and potentially illegal sanctions should be imposed upon this country. The sanctions, which come into effect immediately, aim to stop the flow of food, fuel, and even some medicines from reaching your pockets.
Tonight we have guests from across the continent
How exciting.
to discuss this unprecedented situation. For advance, Peter Clement is at his home in Lamfordshire. Are you there, Peter?
Yes, I can hear you, Jeremy. Thank you for having me.
A momentous day, Prime Minister. Are you shaken?
Oh, I don't scare that easy, I'm afraid, old son. And neither do the people of this country.
Well, joining us is Ivan Vodovich, Foreign Minister of Urkistan. Ivan, thank you for being here.
Great pleasure. You, Megan Wolf, are like strongest guard at labor camp who wake up inside body of crazy, expensive prostitute.
Nice.
In my country, you may be worshipped as a god.
Okay. Minister, as one of those arguing most strongly for these sanctions, how do you feel about Advance's defiant stance?
Advance is like
Oh,
wanting
shit.
to be a big career in movies land, when actually he in dirty sanitarium, screaming at mirror and holding tiny penis in hand.
He's clearly not from Svenland, and we have like some of the cleanest mental health care facilities in the continent, yeah?
And welcome to Svenland's Minister of Mojo, Björk.
Björk.
I'm sorry, we don't
Björk.
have a surname.
It's just Björk, yeah. We don't use things like socially divisive surnames here, yeah.
Minister?
It's just Björk, yeah.
Right, Björk.
Björk.
Your country spoke in favour of Advance at the World Council today,
Björk.
but you were noticeably absent when it came to the actual vote.
Well, what a surprise. The hippies didn't show up for the fight.
Actually, that's quite racist, because if you must know, we were going to go to the whole, like, vote thing, yeah? But it's actually the Festival of Fureland here at the moment, where we honor the old generations. So, like, we all had to look our grandparents' Galicia whilst the vote was happening, and that's, like, a really time-consuming process, actually.
You're like a sissy man. You have this expression.
I like this guy.
Sissy man is like man with
I wanna live
tiny
there.
penis who like to wash more than once a week.
Actually, that's quite homophobic, yeah,
Oh,
because...
stop winding him up, Ivan. We're not back at the Grange now. Sorry, Jeremy. Ivan and I used to play golf back in my media days.
Yeah, he always wins.
Nothing gives him greater pleasure than grinding people's gears. The more publicly, the better.
Peter, you're like man with tiny penis who think he have
What is it
tiny
with the penis? He keeps talking about penises.
Oh,
Stop.
oh, could it be? No, it's tiny penis.
Ivan's just worried that
He
when
just-
the rest of the world
too
sees
much
how
penis talk,
well we're
honestly.
doing, they'll notice all that dosh that he's got squirreled away. Because that's what these sanctions are, Megan. They're the last pathetic gasp of an establishment in collapse. Wolves at the gates, Ivan, old mate.
Good. They can join others on my wall.
Actually, in Svenland, we have, like, serious animal welfare legislation. And, like, my friend Helga, she got arrested, yeah, for killing a butterfly that was hovering over her fuel thing. I mean, in English, jam sandwich.
I used to know a girl called Jan Sandwich. She was a right cracker, too. Wonder what became of her.
We seem to be wandering a little from the news here.
That's human interest, Jeremy. The real people behind the headlines and all that. So if you're watching, Jan, give us a call.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see if we can't organise a reunion.
Crash, I'm not sure about that. I'll have to run it past Mrs. Clement first, eh?
Peter, you're like man trying to empty ashes of mistresses into oncoming vein.
I don't know what I did there.
Penis and beard full of secrets.
In Svenland, we don't really go into all that restricted monogamy stuff here. We're kind of fluid, actually.
Okay, well, it seems that we are running out of time.
Yes, so before we go to the break, briefly, if you would, gentlemen, with the people of this country facing shortages and power
Possible shortages and power outages.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Possible shortages and power outages. Can you summarise your thoughts for us, Minister Björk?
Well, from here, yeah, you all look a bit stupid really arguing about outdated divisive concepts like money. In Svenland, we replaced currency with a system of bodily fluids back in the 1970s, and that's like really hard to sanction, actually.
Thank you, Minister Vodovich.
Your country is like man who think he invented perfect trap for giant mutant hairy bear. When really he just standing in field
Holding his tiny penis, yes. Thank you, Minister. And finally, Prime Minister Clement.
Let me talk to your viewers here, Jeremy. Don't worry, everybody. Don't be afraid.
I was gonna get a drink, but I think he might be cursing soon.
We knew the rest of the world would react this way, and we're ready. As my old man used to say, you can't make a shite pie without blocking a few toilets.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Reassuring words there.
We'll be back.
After these messages.
1 minute back.
Hey, Peter, I over your way this weekend. You fancy a quick 9?
Yeah, sure, front or back.
That's what I hope you're asking Megan Wolf for me.
She's out of your league, mate.
Acid.
Of his long-term plan to get fired live on the news at 6 in front of the nation.
Can someone warn him it's going a little too well?
Hey, nay. Look at that. Despite the fuck up at the beginning there. My thing is smoking.
Same as regular censoring. Keep an eye out for the advanced blue waveform.
What? Excuse me?
Are you still meant to bow to foreign royalty?
What?
Should I just like curtsy?
Hang on. Have they given you the Crown Prince report?
What?
Meghan?
This is Jeremy, and he'll be interviewing you.
Thanks for having me on your show, man.
It's quite alright.
I don't know if this is going to be a problem or not.
He put that get up on himself. I'm just saying.
Going in 5.
4, 3, 2.
Welcome back. I'm Megan Wolf. Later, we have an exclusive first look at a theatrical sensation everyone's going to be talking about. But first, it's time to go over to the culture spot with lovely old Jeremy Donaldson, who's joined by a very special guest. Jeremy.
Thanks, Megan. I have the honour and privilege of being joined by hip-hop royalty. He's been called the son of the streets and the father of truth. Not sure how that works, but whatever.
He's the father of
Let's
truth.
Welcome Jesus.
Thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, it's a real honor to be here on your show, The News. You know, as a kid on the streets, I used to watch you through a window of the shop, so to be here right now is crazy.
You've had quite the journey to be here today. Can you tell us about it?
Well, you know, I try not to, well, you know, the past is the past, and I don't like to dwell on it.
I understand.
But yeah, man, the streets is all I remember. Like, my mother donated me to a charity shop soon after I was born. Elderly lady took pity on me. You know, she let me sleep on a pile of crime fiction until I taught myself how to walk.
Wow, that's quite the childhood.
And she died tragically. Right there in my arms, man. You know, I remember a tear falling as she laid there next to the used homeware. And in that moment, I became a child of the streets. I was just 18 months old.
What a tale. What a tale.
What a tale.
You're known for your direct and honest lyrics. Was your style informed by your troubled past?
Oh, like I said, I try not to talk about it. It's just too hard.
Of course.
But my first album is about the story of the first 4 times I stole, so I wouldn't starve. A small group of infants came to see me as their de facto leader. They call me Mr. Cheese Slice. Anyway, we were like a family.
So it would seem.
Nice. Toss the questions. Let's just talk.
Yeah,
Let's just
fuck
talk.
the government, fuck advance, fuck Peter Clement.
What is it that you object to so vehemently?
Oh, I just gotta censor everything?
They're taking our money and spending it, man.
Redistributing it. Actually, homelessness has been all but eliminated in the last couple of months.
So?
Surely that's a cause close to your heart?
Yeah, nah, of course, man, very much so. I just mean, like, why do I have to pay for it, you know?
You don't. People have been rehoused on property seized from the historically wealthy. And that couldn't have been you, could it?
Look, yeah, I worked hard to be here. I built this from nothing. And I
Oh,
deserve
the
it.
moral dilemmas and all.
Would you say you worked hard?
This is tough. This is tough.
Care worker?
I don't know. But if people are taking something from my music, choose to value it, buy it, who's to say I don't? And no one can take that away from me.
Not even to help
Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong, you know?
vulnerable children. Mr. Cheese Slice.
What is it you're trying to say?
I just don't understand where you've placed yourself politically. I mean, is it ideological or is it tactical?
Well, it's more of
Or
like...
maybe it's hereditary.
Stop trying to tie me in knots with your words, Jeremy.
Oh,
I
they're
let
gonna
the music
fight.
Speak for itself. And the people agree with me.
Well, that remains to be seen. But you have given me a very easy segue out of a conversation that I promise you was much more painful for me than it was for you. So here he is with his hit song, Mrs. Ludlow's Tears.
Oh no, I'm gonna do something a little different. It's a new single I've been working on.
Oh, great.
So this is unapproved.
Yeah.
Just don't beep at me.
Excellent. Don't worry, we've got a study.
He was moving. I couldn't switch when he was moving.
So here
Fuck
he
off,
is
game.
with a new song. Aren't we lucky? It's Jesus.
First, you're gonna pay up. You're gonna pay back.
Oh, great.
Well, we're all different races from many different places. At any given moment, only one could be the greatest. So you can feel elation from your participation. Still two leaders in this motherfucking nation. Now we're getting sanctioned, talking about expansion. Why does Julius require a massive fucking mansion? So fuck all your schemes. I don't need your freaky team, and I don't need your.
Okay, I'm gonna let some of the blue go. I'm gonna, like, under the guise of, like, kind of letting him... Like, I'm gonna try to catch some of it.
When you find you're one of us, yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus. And you can call me crazy, cause no one ever pays me. But I won't waste a lifetime being motherfucking lazy. I may be inventive, my taste may be expensive. But why would I get out of bed with no fucking incentive? Although it's contravention of your obvious intention. I like to eat a little of the fruits in my invention. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. The best of the praise, of the crest of the wave. Cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Take this fact, gonna stain it red. Gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. It's time to stone a castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. So this is for the snub ones, the push and the shove ones, the folks who feel the burden of their motherfucking loved ones. Ones who had plenty like a motherfucking Bentley. The ones who now finding that their bank accounts are empty. The ones of aspiration who had to flee a nation. The ones who built a business out of dreams of perspiration. There's all sorts of people, the good and the evil. It only takes a glance to see we're not all equal. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same.
I misclicked there.
The best of the praise, serve the crest of the ways. Cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Gonna take this fact, gonna stain it red. Gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. Time to throw a castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Get out of your seats, get your asses in the streets. Set a fire in the building, let him feel some fucking heat. Take your hate to go getters, the squilling bed letters, and burn them on the powers of advances fucking letters.
I'm letting some of it go. Fuck it. I don't care. Look at me not caring.
Cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. Time to stone a castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Chase that dream, you don't need a fucking team. And advances, little dances aren't as harmless as it seems. Cause they're stale and corrupt, then you're angry or corrupt. Then your hearts and your minds and your fists to destruct.
Great.
Jesus there with his new song. Thank you so much for joining
Oh, I
us
did
in the
excellent.
studio.
You can't convince me otherwise.
I'm sorry. I may not agree with you, but I'd just like to offer you an apology. I've just been told that there was some kind of issue upstairs, and an attempt was made to censor some of your notes.
What? Are you joking?
I'd just like to say to you and everyone at home that this was a mistake.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe this.
Wait, what?
Here at the National Nightly News, we pride ourselves on remaining neutral.
Hey, 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 hey.
And independent of any outside interference. You have my word. We will never censor ideas. Back to you, Megan.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Well, a bit of dangerous language there, sorry about that. Well, thank you to little Jeremy Donaldson for providing our culture spot. Coming up, we'll be
Now I'm gonna get fucked over, aren't I? I'm the fall man. I'm the fall man here.
Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
That's the ads.
I'm the fall man.
Just a reminder. See that old VCR?
No, this is ridiculous.
With a notation. Last
Okay, pop in.
Sure, now if you come with me, I really do have to ask
Oh,
you to
trust me.
leave.
My father's going to hear about this.
I understand.
Okay, that makes
This is
sense.
unbelievable, Megan.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy.
A plus. Look at A plus. They can't get mad at me for censoring a bit of his stuff. I was just doing what I thought I was told. All right, I'm just trying to be, you know, just trying to keep my job. I need the money. My mom is having problems. My family is having problems. My brother-in-law hates the shit out of me, apparently.
Look at him.
Just try my best.
If we could just get you in position.
Oh, say no more. Say no more.
Megan, Jeremy, you remember Mr. Algebra?
Vividly.
Not this guy again.
And this is Ms. Raiden.
What?
Philippa, please.
We're back together again, eh? Who'd have thought it?
Perhaps a lower order demon.
Yes, it is awfully exciting, isn't it?
Right, okay then. We're going live in 10 seconds, opening on camera 1.
Let's get this. Opening on camera 1. Got it.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back, and no, you're not mistaken. Sitting across from us are some very familiar faces.
You really are too kind, Megan. It was only a yogurt commercial, but I'm still proud of it.
Here to talk about his new show, we're joined by National Treasure Tommy Harris, the National Theatre's Philippa Raiden, and National Deficit Jeff Algebra.
So lovely to have you all. Tommy, would you like to tell us about the show?
You know what? I'd bloody love to. It's about me. It's about my life.
And where did the idea come from?
So, right, picture this. Their legs akimbo, mid-session, sweat is pouring out of me.
Yeah.
Like a hog. And then Cindy
Legs
comes in,
akimbo.
She says, Pete's on the phone.
That's Peter Clement, the Prime Minister.
Yeah, Pete's actually a really good mate of mine.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, no, he comes to training sometimes. He's actually a pretty good goal sweeper. Anyway, so, Pete, he says, Toby, he thinks my name's Toby, see? He says, how would you like to spread your message of team spirit and cooperation across this fractured nation? How would you like to really make a difference in these desperate times?
What did you say?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So, Jeff, the question on everyone's lips is, what in God's name are you doing here?
Well, after the success of my debut work and all the people that I've touched, I knew that I had a career in theatre. Yeah? I've always been an admirer of Tommy from afar. So when my manager phoned and said that I'd been offered the gig as director, I was ecstatic. I whipped my trousers off and got straight to work.
Why did you do that?
I do all my best work with my trousers off.
Yeah,
Oh, we all do.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Right, Tommy, sorry, would you just give us a sense of what the show is actually about?
I stream pantsless all the times.
It's about how hard it's been for me and some of the struggles that I've faced. It like really.
That's
gets
why I
to the
don't do
heart of
face cam.
How tough it is to be me. I call
The
it
pants restrict my
Tommy
ability to
Harris.
stream well.
Jesus, that was hard.
Catchy. We actually have some clips of the process of the show. Would you mind telling us what's going on here?
Yeah, so the show is built around two things that are very important to me. It mixes scenes from my life as well as epic fantasy retellings of scenes from my life.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
I'm sorry, son. You're an embarrassment.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
Back, demon! Back
Oh,
to
it's
the house!
Ganondorf.
Philippa, what's it been like co-starring with Tommy Harris?
I've always dreamed of treading the boards at medium-scale regional theatres, Megan. And for once, this show really gives me something to sink my teeth into.
What's different about this show then?
Tommy, Mr. Harris's show really lets me show my tremendous range as an actor. I've always suffered from typecasting, forced to play the same tired characters in every god-awful yogurt advert or godforsaken soap opera or, God forbid, a pantomime. But, you know, this show
It's
has
Dingle
really
Dong.
let me just go there.
Jeff,
Dingle Dong the
viewers
Great.
at home will be dying to know exactly what is it that you bring to the show.
I love just how much he hates him. I love just how much. I just the hate is so good.
From
absolutely right. Jeff's contributions are immeasurable. He was our
That's a good
rock.
shot.
Can you give us a sneak peek of anything else that might be in the show?
Yeah, all sorts, yeah.
Yep. We've got lots of exclusive first-hand experiences of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
And some epic fantasy retellings of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
Nice.
You'll never take the sacred path! Am I right in saying this was officially commissioned by the government?
Yeah, all paid for by the taxpayer, which, you know, to be honest, was actually a lifesaver, really.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that without Advance's support, we'd have had to cut the finale.
Which frankly would have been a travesty.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ!
Goodness, and you do this every night.
Absolutely. It's a metaphor.
For what?
Death?
And
Of course.
the public are footing the bill, are they?
Too bloody right they are. Between the cost of my tour bus and the dry cleaning of my ties, I'm barely scraping a profit here.
Amazing. And where can the folks at home come and see this for themselves?
We're performing all over the nation.
And people can see it for absolutely free, all courtesy of Advance. Isn't that incredible, Jeremy?
Yes, it's unbelievable.
Well, thank you all so much for coming. Next time we see you, no doubt you'll have taken our jobs.
That's all we have time
Oh,
for
he's
tonight.
thinking.
Join us tomorrow when I'll be interviewing the world's most attractive horse. I'm Jeremy Dawson.
Exciting.
And I'm Megan Wolf. And from
Go
all
ahead with A.
peaceful night.
That's the ads. Let's get reset for tomorrow, please.
Hey, we must stop bumping into each other like this, eh?
Oh.
Oh,
I love it. I love it. Let me get. I want to hear this fucking board game thing. Where's the volume? There we go.
In the trivia round. Dad, in non-Euclidean geometry, which type of surface has constant negative gouging curvature? Hyperbolic. Correct. It's a leap year.
Oh, you got fucked by the leap year. What?
You know what that means? Put on a shame hat. And that's right. We win your kids. They're ours now. Forget those tired old board games. The sports board game is the only game your family is going to want to play.
God damn. Okay, I gotta say, the fucking, maybe aside from the charity drive, donation drive thing that from last night, this fictitious game thing, this fictitious, like, sport, and the bits around it are very good. I find that actually very hilarious. Like, it's stupid as shit, but, like, in a very funny way to me. All offensive words are censored, an interference-free show, an exceedingly poor edit, advanced concerned about language. Great. But hey, A+ is across the board. I'm gonna consider it a success. I've received a generous bonus. Current wealth can afford coffee. Oh shit. Not worrying every day. Alright, the resistant force is a little, doesn't like up me, but that's fine. We'll be okay. Oh, this music, damn. good. Dun, 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 dun. If the trip switch overheats. Trip switch. Oh, here we go. It's a lazy Sunday afternoon in summer, with you and Sam making the most of both kids being out of the house. You bang your head coming out of the cupboard with the last 2 slices of homemade cake. Used to be much easier when you could store things in the pantry. It's rare for you and Sam to actually get to finish sweet things in this house, and you savor every moment. Just as you take your last bite, you hear the sound of the front door slamming. That'll be Charlie back from the Go-Getters. You can hear him practically running to come find you, and he's grinning from ear to ear when he finally does. I have some really big news! You and Sam play along, sitting attentively with bated breath. Ready? Charlie asks as you both nod enthusiastically. With a flourish, he reveals a new badge from his pocket and proudly presents it to you both to examine, as he announces, as of today, I'm a member of the first tier of Cohesion Cadets. There's way more stuff I'm going to be doing, and I'll be working some weekends, but it's really cool. Sam congratulates Charlie as you can't help but frown. This seems like a big step up for teenagers. Oh boy. Honestly, there's way more stuff I'm gonna be doing, and I'll be working some weekends. Oh god. Shit. I don't know. You know what? I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna say I don't like it. You know what? I just don't like it. Not a fan. Not a fan. Day 278, a sign of things to come. Shopping, something that always seemed as tedious before the sanctions, has become even more of a chore now. You managed to get almost everything you needed for the family this evening, but you'll have to come back tomorrow to get through the week. There's a queue to leave the car park, though it's hard to make out why in the dark. Hopefully whatever's causing it won't be long. As the final car in front of you drives off, you realize the queue is actually due to a checkpoint set up at the exit. A friendly-looking man in an advanced uniform, CCO, emblazoned in a number of places on it, approaches your car and knocks on the driver's side window. This would scare the shit out of me. Scary as shit. I remember the last time I drove near like a checkpoint like looking situation where it was really like cops like trying to redirect traffic and stuff, but like pointing people to like get them going, like a detour kind of. I saw it coming up ahead, and I purposely took an exit turn or an early turn because I was like, I'm not fucking. I don't want to roll my windows down for cops. Like I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just gonna avoid these people. Good evening. Nothing to worry about. I was just wondering if I could see your team membership card, please. Weren't these cards supposed to be voluntary? Oh boy. I'm sorry, I don't have one. It's not a problem. We've got, forms for us right here. We've got forms with us right here, and we're more than happy to sign you up. Oh god, this sucks. There's a checkpoint to my city and the state capital. We need to stop there every time. Yeah, I'm sure they probably say that they've got like a good reason to do that and stuff. It just scares the shit out of me. It makes me, that type of stuff just makes me so nervous. Also, I don't know what your country's like, but like my car has a like a, how long is it now? Like 5-year-old expired registration. Like I was supposed to get it changed like 5 years ago, and I still haven't. So if I got like pulled over or stopped, I could get in like massive trouble at this point. Maybe something I shouldn't be admitting on stream, but yeah, if I got pulled over with it, I'd get like a pretty big fine at this point probably. So like whenever I see cop cars driving around, even like around me, I get nervous as hell, and I will like try to like avoid them, like driving near them, or like if I see one like sort of ahead of me, I'll take like an early turnout just so that I'm like avoiding cops. But yeah, my car has like a super old registration, like super expired at this point. Not great. The man gestures to his colleague behind him, a young woman in a similar uniform. She clearly received the short end of the stick and is stuck with the paperwork. I'm gonna be honest. I thought these cards weren't required. Well, strictly speaking, they're not. But there's also loads of benefits to having them, and no reason not to get one. His smile fades a bit, and when he puts a hand up to scratch the back of his neck for a moment, he leans over you, his presence now seeming a little intimidating. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I know, like, I feel like that's kind of like a thing sometimes, at certain places, I guess, around here. Alright, this is probably going to get me fucked over, but I'm going to be, you know what, I already said, hey, I don't think it's mandatory. So I'm going to say no thanks, it's not something I want right now. Get fucked. Almost instantly, the friendly demeanor is gone, and his expression is one of stern disapproval. Well, obviously I can't make you sign up, but I would strongly recommend you do, and soon. We wouldn't want people to think you had anything to hide, would we? He takes a step back and gestures for you to drive on. You're sure to see him writing something down in your rearview mirror as you head home, somewhat more hurriedly than before. Clearly, Advance are very keen on everyone joining the team. Oh boy, I am going to get fucked, I feel like. I'm going to have cops show up at my place. I'm going to get taken away. I'm going to get, like, inspected constantly. Fuck the government! Fuck the government. Fuck the government. An invitation worth ignoring. What is this? Okay, it's Saturday, one of your few days off, and you've made the most of it. But as late afternoon draws on, the invitation sits pinned to the fridge, staring accusingly at you. The Channel 1 Gala is a mandatory work event. Bozeman was very quick to tell you. Also, don't you dare be late. You've already skipped a work weekend once. You can't do it again. Best go, or you can live with another note from Bozeman if you keep your Saturday night. Okay, that is true. I missed the last thing where I was supposed to, like, come in and work. I feel like I should probably try to make this one, you know? Best start getting ready. You wonder if Sam will give you a lift. A drink or two might help with the enforced office socializing. Hopefully it won't be too bad. After all, you're pretty good at your job. Right? 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 A national news night. Day 290. You arrive on time barely at the Suave... What is this? The Sauvignon? The Sauvignon? Oh! At one of the oldest and grandest hotels in the capital. You're surprised to see a queue to get in and quickly realize it's because people are being searched at the door, oh god, by some very military-looking personnel in smart attire. While you're waiting, you can't help but notice just how very opulent the building is, possibly the fanciest place you've been to in your life. You submit to being patted down and, with a sigh of relief, are led into the hotel. Once inside, you're directed to the grand ballroom, and following the signs, you marvel at the sheer scale of the place and the amount of armed security guards. When you finally arrive, a very severe-looking woman in the door asks for your name. I'm Alex Winston. She curtly checks her list before whispering something to the waiter beside her. You've made it just in time to be seated before dinner. Please, follow Emmanuel here to your table. The waiter smiles at you and opens one of the great double doors, gesturing for you to enter. Immediately, you can see why it's called the Grand Ballroom. You pause for a second to take it all in. You feel a slight tap in your arm, and Emmanuel gestures for you to follow him. He seats you at a table in the central floor area and a decent view of the stage. Clearly, you're in Bozeman's good books at the moment. You're sat with some colleagues you've seen around the Channel 1 offices before, but don't know that well. One of them informs you far too excitedly it's a very corporate evening of awards and speeches. At least the food should be good. Dinner is indeed lovely, and with the help of the no doubt very expensive wine, conversation flows easily enough. In fact, much to your surprise, you're actually presented with an award for Best Newcomer to the Channel 1 family. How lovely. Well, this was unexpected. As you walk up to collect it, you recognize the presenter as Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey of Incisors fame. He thanks Advance for sponsoring this year's gala, before specifically thanking Prime Ministers Julie Salisbury and Peter Clement for being in attendance tonight. As you take to the stage, you see the frontmost central table does indeed seat the Prime Ministers, as well as Bozeman, Meghan, and some other very well-to-do types that you don't recognize. That explains all the security. As you're handed the award, Dr. Atkinson Blimey asks if you'd like to say a few words. Oh, God. Oh, boy. What good books? I made every transmission via A or A plus a whole run, and Bozeman put me near a bathroom door. Damn, son. Damn, son. Dude, I'm sorry. It's just that I'm better at the job. I've got experience. Also, he doesn't hate me. Alright? I did some good stuff, you know? I maybe missed that weekend shift that he really needed me, but I'm a good boy. I'm not gonna do this. This seems like too forced, honestly. I'm gonna say I make a joke thanking Dave for fleeing the country. I like making jokes. Leaving you his job. Most of the room breaks out into polite laughter, but you see that neither of the Prime Ministers cracks so much as a smile. And nor does Bozeman. He's too busy frantically flipping between examining Peter and Julie for reaction and glaring daggers at you. Eventually, they join in the light applause as Adrian ushers you back to the seat. That may not have been the smartest move. Great. Just as you're finishing up dinner, one of the other people at your table points behind you. As you turn, you see Bozeman walking briskly past with Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement in tow. You're pretty sure he was pointedly ignoring you. He seems to be introducing the Prime Ministers to a selection of people at different tables. Better them than you. You finish off the rest of the meal, listen to the last few speeches, and then head home. All in all, it was a surprisingly nice evening. You might actually look forward to the next one, providing Bozeman invites you to that one, of course. Yay! I'm gonna say successful. Night successful. Night successful. Alright, let's do one more broadcast for the night here. We can do one more. Gong! Oh, it's a heat wave. Oh, am I going to have to do something with the fan? Oi! Oh, the phone is gone. What is this? Work safety? Uh-oh. Oh, great. Great. Oh no. How do I turn it on? Oh, I see. Oh wait.
He is our gun-toting handler.
Who, Andy?
I don't know what the fuck his name is, do I?
He's here to keep us safe from people like Disrupt.
More
Great.
like Keep us in line.
Great.
Guns. Give me the willies.
10 seconds, everybody.
So we've got any actual real news tonight?
Well, the world's on fire. That good enough for you? Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight: siege mentality. The World Council today established a military.
All right, let's go.
To enforce the unjust and punitive sanctions now entering their 10th week. In a statement from team headquarters a short time ago, Prime Minister Julia Salisbury issued a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
The World Council should make no mistake. This blockade and the illegal sanctions it seeks to enforce are an act of war and will be treated as such. Any incursion, however slight, into our territory will be met with swift and deadly force. You have been warned.
Great.
Without a hitch, With the celebrity wedding of the year off the cards, rumours have been flying as to the why. Ever since they broke off their engagement, the separation of celebrity lovebirds Johnny Hansleaves and Tiffany L'Amour has been the subject of fierce speculation in the tabloids. But earlier today,
Let's do that one.
Johnny finally spoke out. Johnny has said he's received an outpouring of support after coming out as gay at a press conference earlier today. In a heartfelt statement, he said that despite the fear of reprisals, it was time he finally shared his truth in the hope that gay young people would see that there's no shame
So
in
hot
being
outside.
in it to win it. Exciting news from Advance today with the announcement
Also,
of a new
where's
monthly
Megan?
prize draw for all team members.
She advanced, didn't she?
Every month, lucky winners from across the country will be picked at random to receive what Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take-up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if this lucky winner's delighted face is anything to go by, it looks like pretty soon everyone's going to have one. Hard pill to swallow. Throngs of men take the streets in response to the release of new pharmaceutical responsibility. Remington's Fifth's revolutionary male contraceptive pill first hit our shelves earlier this month, and as a result, scores of men have been queuing around the block and around the clock ever since. Pharmacies up and down the territory report that they are unable to meet the demand for the wildly popular drug, with some customers camping outside for upwards of 72 hours.
Lovely.
Satisfied CEO Sophia Remington says they've scaled up production and will soon have manufactured enough to satisfy even the randiest of consumers. Leaders shipping out. The trapped scientists undertaking a bold escape from Dante's taint have revealed which of their two erstwhile leaders will spearhead their journey to freedom. While throughout their careers it's been clear that Doctors Wong and Swartzborg and Horgensford have worked best together,
That name.
it seems one of them is now going to be taking a back seat. Ingrid has always been the tempered coolant to David's flagellized metal, so it's no surprise that with the unexpected challenges the team have faced, they chose her methodical and effective approach to getting the team home safely. Critics, however, have speculated that her strategy may be delayed, as her name takes much longer to say. Life during wartime. As if we didn't have enough aggressors on our borders, internal problems are growing for the government as radical activist group Disrupt caused chaos in Parliament Park last night. Scuffles broke out after the protest, resulting in multiple arrests and the injury of 3 community cohesion officers. Advance have yet to comment. As grassroots support for the movement grows rapidly, especially in those areas Advance have not yet been able to fully regenerate, people across the country are starting to fear a return to the bad old days of inequality, division, and multiple television shows about buying houses. All this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating...
Oh, Megan's there, though.
as well as one of the contenders in this year's Feline Football Championship, and her proud owner. That's all up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh, God. I clicked the wrong thing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't understand. I don't know anything.
But first tonight, our team
I don't understand. It's just the knob I have to turn back on. I thought I had to restart the whole system.
coping with this unprecedented hot weather. First, let's go to Megan Wolf in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say.
Oh, the
Megan,
scientific community.
How's the weather there?
It's absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking. I'm here with Dr. Anna Burns at the University of Princeton. Are you enjoying the weather as much as I am?
Oh, yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? My eyelids are sweating.
And you're part of a team carrying out a study into just what's causing this unbelievable heat, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, we want to be able to reassure the public once and for all that there's absolutely nothing to worry about and that they can enjoy their sunstroke and fossil fuels in peace.
You sound very confident about that.
Oh, very much so. I can say without any hesitation, there's really no cause for any concern here. I've actually left my car running.
So tell us about this experiment.
Well, we take data from weather stations from all over the world, along with atmospheric samples, and we take all that and we feed it into this
I like the beeps and the boops.
computer, and very soon we'll be getting a high-tech readout of the results.
blimey, that sounds very fancy.
I should just say, none of this would be possible without the generous support of Remington's Fist. This is all thanks to their unrivaled investment in our future, and may I just say, complimentary personal anecdote.
Dude, I'm so on that right now.
And, as expected, everything is absolutely fucked. Hang on. This can't be right.
Right, but obviously you said a second ago that everything is absolutely fine, so...
Well, actually, under concern level, it just says, why, God, why?
We should be celebrating these wonderful results, I think.
Oh God, why?
We need to evolve gills within 40 years.
You look thirsty.
Here it just says, shit.
Look at you. This is meant to be a celebration. Can't go around looking like that.
Shit.
There you go, much better. Can I just say thank you again to Sophia Remington for providing all of this.
Everyone, we don't have long. Time is running out.
It's running out. Absolutely right. That is all we have time for.
Abandon hope and return to the forest.
Enjoy that. I'd like to thank Dr. Burns for just one opinion on the climate.
The sea will reclaim us all.
There you go.
Oh my God, what is this?
Back to you.
Megan Warfare, attempting to do some actual news.
What the hell?
Go then. Shoo.
Go,
Bridgeford
stop!
is some of the winners of
Stop!
this week's team membership lottery.
God damn it.
Robin?
Thanks, Jeremy.
Get
I'm
fucked.
here in Scritchford with
Tech
Gary
problems.
Fiancé, a janitor at the local school, and Amelia Jackhammer, an aspiring poet.
Oh,
Both
you've got to
of
be
you were
kidding me.
drawn at random from those who hold team membership cards to receive this week's amazing prize. How do you feel?
Filled with fervent euphoria.
Yeah, good, yeah.
And all that we had
Yeah.
to do was fill in a quick form or two.
Wow, that sounds so convenient. But we're all dying to
It's
know.
propaganda.
What have you won?
That's right, Robin. I've won dinner with Julia Salisbury at one of the capital's top restaurants.
Ooh, swanky.
And I've been invited to Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the gutter in.
That's absolutely terrific. You must both be over the moon.
I've written a poem about it.
So, can you tell me about the moment when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater, probably one of the sixth formers, when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds?
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Oh. How unexpected.
I don't polish turds, I write poetry.
Potato, potato. So Gary...
Do you think Peter Clement's going to let me keep the contents of his downpipe?
There's no harm in asking, I suppose.
Would you like to hear one?
No, thank you. Gary, when you signed up for team membership, was it in hopes of winning the lottery, or were there other reasons?
I like a flutter, of course, but no, the boss said I had to sign up to keep coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important to know who we're trusting around our children.
Oh boy.
I have an unpublished book of sonnets about children. Perhaps you'd like to hear one.
No!
Or an anthology of haikus on the death of innocence.
I'd rather hear about Gary's turd collection.
Really? I thought you might say that.
Oh.
Are you all right?
Yes, it's coming. It's inspiration and it's delicious.
Right you are.
Today on the show there's no news. Just a man who keeps multiple poos.
Yeah, this big one's my favourite. See how it's fibrous, really lovely texture.
Would you encourage other people to enter for their chance to win?
Well, if it's colour you're looking for, take a gander at old Blue Eyes here.
The national news lost its way when it covered some crap on a tray.
Some of these are quite rare.
Maybe that was unfair.
And that's all we have time for today. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Robin. What a lucky pair they are.
Ah,
And finally
Bannon's
in this
back.
segment, it's over to Patrick Bannon, who's gone to the smelliest town in the country to see how the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals. Patrick?
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes. I'm here live in Grizzleford, which has recently voted the smelliest town in the country. And I have to say that, you know, in this heat, the smell really is. I mean, it's something else.
It's not a good sound.
Barry Lardons, mate. You've lived here your whole life. How'd you put up with the stink?
Well, we're just all very proud of our achievement, to be honest with you.
You can tell that, look at him, proud as punch.
Do you know what it's like, son, being the second smelliest town?
No, I don't.
Living in the shadow of Arseminster. Those smug fucks. But who's laughing now, eh?
So what, not me, that's for sure. So what happened, mate?
Right, the good people from Remington's Fist came in and saved the day with their factory.
You're talking, of course, about the newly built flour factory.
Yeah, they gave us this big presentation on jobs and growth. But as soon as we heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted to put it here.
Does the stink not affect your life in every way, Barry? I mean, perhaps if you're filling in a tax return or completing the physical act of love.
It's strong at first, but you get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness. The judges were very impressed.
So, what's the sickness?
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. It takes a few minutes before you develop any symptoms. Now, folk are saying something about the production line and how they dump carcasses directly into the water main, but I think probably a few valves on the high street.
On the high street? Should I see a doctor? What are the symptoms?
Well, the first one is asking stupid questions. Then
Got him.
Experience a loss of inhibition.
Fuck off, do they? When was the last time you brushed your teeth, you stinking old tramp?
Next recording is a period of randomly bursting into song, followed immediately by delusions of grandeur.
That's not really a problem, I've sung of my life. Hello, it's sexy Patrick Bannon, and he's wearing sexy shorts now. Oh my God, look at me. I'm like a stallion. I'm gorgeous, why didn't you tell me? I should take my shirt off. You know what? I'll even let you touch me if you want.
That will be the bout of undeserved self-confidence.
Love the Bannon, feel the Bannon. Oh, man.
And the ennui. All that's left now are the hallucinations and unconsciousness.
Nana Dottie? Was that you? Why are you made out of elbows? You know I don't eat opinions.
Oh, don't worry, folks. Once he wakes up, he'll be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't matter how many times he evacuates his bowels. Right, that's all here from Grizzleford, a town that's really making a stink. I'm Barry Lardons. Back to you, Jeremy.
Good job.
Thanks,
Good
Matt.
sign out.
With a naval blockade being set up around our coastline as we speak, when we come back, I'll be talking to 3 members of the general public who appear to be here purely for medical reasons. Don't go away. Unless, of course, you've got something better to do. We'll be back after these
I like that.
messages.
1 minute back.
This next section features a potentially controversial guest. Advance may request some censorship if it goes too...
Oh no, not the censorship thing again.
so far, keeping everyone happy, so let's keep up the good work.
And I can't do this anymore.
You say this every Friday.
I've done something.
What do you mean? Jeremy?
My mic is still on.
Great. Send help.
That's what I'm
Wait, what is this?
Cats football?
Where did this come from?
An interview with the War Minister, or a report from Grantham Downs. Even the weather will be more fucking
Where did this come from?
Breathe. It's just something light to keep people's minds off things.
Exactly, which is wrong. People's minds should be very much on things. Christ, it's so fucking hot.
Please take your seats as quickly as you can.
Oh no. Choices to be made.
That's it. This is just
10 seconds.
Choices to be made.
Over yourself, Jeremy. Why don't you stop feeling sorry for yourself for 5 4 3.
Oh
Welcome
boy.
back to
It's
the
all
National Night in the
fucking
US.
falling
Me,
apart.
Jeremy Donaldson. Later, we'll be talking to the captain of the territory's first cat football team, Professor Pumpkin. But first, I'm joined by 3 guests with some balmy bodily behaviours. Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
That's not obnoxious at all.
Well, it's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be totally frank with you. So I was watching your show and I remember seeing the news about the election, and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating.
Oh
stuff.
boy.
Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological foreboil is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace, we're whispered about on buses, and we're asked politely to leave children's birthday parties. And it's disgusting.
Good old potty humor.
I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and hardcore pornography.
Is that?
Not according to my therapist.
Well, in that case, let's speak to Rose. Tell me, how does the hiccuping impact you?
I get shushed a lot, which is hard. At work, they've asked me to
That was a wild hiccup.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
Do people tend to believe your story?
Fuck no.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me, and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
We've started a group for people with ailments deemed broadly comical by society. It's called Take Us Seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it.
And who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
It's just us so far.
And how much success have you had?
Well, we've seen some real positive changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a runaway success.
Shit all. Not a single person come to our fun run, and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
Huh. Well, Miss Piercy, some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking events of that night. What do you think?
Come down, Mr. Donaldson, that's absolute rubbish.
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could you? I'm sorry, it's very hard. What was I thinking?
This is madness.
No.
Or a sellout cunt.
Apologies. Just a reminder that he can't help it. And hey, if this isn't live television, then what is it?
Fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right, Frankie, Rose, tell us. How can the viewers get involved with your cause?
I'm not censoring it because I got mad before. I got yelled at by the talent.
No, it's called the No Laugh Half. What did I say before the show?
That it was the team pulling Jeremy Donaldson's strings.
No, I didn't say.
Wow, we may have to end that there, unfortunately.
Oh, he's getting taken away. He's getting taken away.
Steady on!
This is exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect.
Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin. A Ginger Tabby with a world-class pair of penalty balls.
Oh, this is mad.
Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go. Not you.
Unhand him at once. Enough!
Oh my god. Oh, I let a curse word go. I wasn't ready for it. Holy shit! Holy shit!
Alex, don't you dare! Don't you fucking dare cut to the ads before I tell you to. Now, you in the broadcast centre, Bozeman's little scapegoat, you listen to me. You cut to the ads before I tell you to, and I will kill every single person in this studio. I am thinking about what I'm doing. I've been thinking about it for a long time. We all should be. Christ, it's so fucking hot in here. Do you remember when we used to do the real news? Before it was all lottery winners and bloody cat football? We are on the brink of a siege, the likes of which the world hasn't seen in hundreds of years. The enemy is at the gates, and I'm stuck here talking to these three fucking idiots.
I knew that curse was coming.
You three, get the fuck out of my studio. Go on, now, go, before I change my mind. Jenny, lock the doors. Lock the doors.
Yes, Jeremy.
Now. Good. Yes. Now. Good. Right. Yes. You in the broadcast centre.
Oh no.
Alex, you listen to me. You pay attention. Now, I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in the commercial, but today is going to be a little bit different.
Uh-oh.
Look to your right. Yes, really. Look to your right, there is a VHS tape, and I want you to load it into one of the machines. And when I say so, and not before, you play it. You've got about 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. Now, all cameras.
I assume you won't be playing that tape. This station does not negotiate with terrorists. I hope I've made myself clear. You seem to know what to do.
Every single thing that
I
comes
got
out of
to.
the
I
studio
can't.
is
I
either
can't.
one-sided, or by now, we're going to show the other side for a bit of fucking balance. Like the good old days. Alex, play the fucking tape.
I can't do it. I can't let him kill people.
If I see anything I don't like, I will not hesitate to start.
You're going to get me in trouble with that. Let's hope you made the right call.
Reset the system for the third segment. I imagine the
Oh
ratings
my
are gonna be through
God.
the roof.
Don't switch on. Please.
Mm.
Don't switch off. My name is Alan James, and I think that certain rights are worth fighting for.
I certainly made a choice.
Our own hard work. The right to be kept alive in our dotage, and the right to question our government without worrying what our children will report to their fellow go-getters. I love this country. It may be what I am, and I'll fight for it. In fact, I'll die for it, if I have to. But I can't do it alone. Disrupt a growing movement,
How long?
but we need your help.
Jeremy, please.
How long?
Look for
17
us.
seconds.
Find us.
And the studio doors are all
Also
still
know in
locked?
your heart that there is something deeply wrong in this country.
Oh boy.
Resist.
I don't know.
Disrupt.
This wasn't what I planned. I mean, some of it was. I had a speech, look. But this was unexpected.
So what now, Jeremy?
It was supposed to be your day off.
God, please, don't do any more stupid things today.
How long? How long, Jenny?
We're already live.
Oh man.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Joining me, unexpectedly, for what I very much imagine will be my last broadcast, are two new guests. Jenny works here at the National Nightly News and is someone I consider, well, a friend. And next to her is, what's your name?
Andy.
Andy's a policeman. Only we don't call him that anymore. He's a community cohesion official.
Officer.
Sorry?
It's community cohesion officer, CCO.
And how's that feel, Andy? Being rebranded?
It's good. It's not about confrontation anymore. You know, the force had its fair share of problems. The team doesn't have as many.
But it still has some.
Oops, wrong button.
Couldn't or wouldn't?
I don't know what you want me to say.
Christ, you're fucking useless, aren't you? We'll come back to you later. Jenny?
Don't want to be on the news, Jeremy.
Oh man.
We'd want to do this. Jenny, why did you join the National Nightly News team?
I always wanted to work in news.
Yes, but why specifically this program? The National Nightly News.
It was the news everyone trusted.
Was?
Is. Do you really want to quibble semantics at gunpoint?
Is there something else you'd rather discuss?
There is a great big Alan James-sized elephant in the room you seem to be ignoring.
What do you mean?
I saw your face when that fig came down. You didn't know, did you?
It's about the message, not the messenger.
Like I said, you didn't know.
No. I didn't know. The people I met were with He wasn't there.
God,
I didn't know it was Alan James.
I'm sorry. But seriously. Alan fucking James. You're flushing your
Oh, I missed it.
toilet.
I was trying to press it and I was a little below.
I love you, Jeremy, but
He's a good speaker. He's popular in the country.
that right?
Look, forget Alan James. There is still something deeply wrong. And you know it, Jenny. And you know it, Andy. And you at home, you know it too. Meanwhile, I'm interviewing a guest who stinks of shit. Patrick is paddling about in shit. And Robin is literally interviewing someone who collects the fucking stuff. I mean, it's not sophisticated, but what a metaphor. We are sleepwalking our way into oppression, and the news isn't saying anything. We're...
I don't know what to do.
What are all those scientists working on at Grentham Downs? What are they testing underground at Altergrave? Andy, your turn. Make yourself fucking useful. How many people have you brought in for consultations just because they weren't carrying or didn't have team membership cards?
Oh, well, there's other forms of identification that we will accept.
For how long?
We're just here to help.
Then why do you need these? Not really help when it's offered at gunpoint, is it, Andy? Let me demonstrate it for you.
Uh-oh.
Let me help you. You read these cards with my notes on it, and you'll probably digest a fact. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it, Andy? Knowing a fact?
What? I don't understand.
Do you want my help,
Yes,
Andy?
yes, whatever you say, yes.
Security are here, Jeremy.
Eat it.
What?
Eat the fucking news, Andy, or I'll force it down your fucking throat.
Jeremy, stop.
Go on.
Really?
Eat it. Eat it, you fucking bully.
Jeremy, stop. They will kill you. Please, don't make me watch that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Still 6 minutes left? Holy shit.
You're right. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. You can put the card down now, Andy. You can go now. You too, Jenny. Fuck off over there. And then he done. All cameras on me.
Oh, no.
This new regime of ours is so seductive. I understand that. But before we all hand off our freedoms, should we ask to whom we're handing them over? Don't you want to know what's being done in your name? How many people were transitioned last month? A record high. Again, if you care. Shouldn't someone ask Advance how they plan to deal with this blockade? How many years or months of supplies we have? Why aren't we asking these questions instead of whose shit is this? There's a cat backstage dressed as a fucking goalie, for Christ's sake. He's even got the little gloves. Anyway, that's why I arranged for you to see that broadcast from the last break. I didn't know it was going to be him, but I guess that just about sums it up. We are all up Ship Creek with a paddle made of Alan fucking James. Christ, it's also fucking pointless. I was going to quit tonight. Take a holiday. Try something else. Out of the limelight. Maybe try having a relationship. I hear they're nice. Never tried.
Ugh.
I loved them. And now, well...
God, Jeremy, don't!
Don't
I've
put the
tried
gun
my
down.
best, to be honest with you, but this just isn't the news anymore. And I'm sorry. I've lost this fight.
Alex, think of the consequences.
I'll let you down.
Please, we can't show
All
this.
of
Cut to the ads.
My name's Jamie
Now!
Donaldson.
Do it now!
If you can. Somehow. I envy you if you can.
Oh, I couldn't. I didn't know what was gonna be shown there. I don't know if it was actually gonna be shown. I'd be curious. Oh my god. Oh god. The thing that hits the most there is how the thing that pains me the most there was that how he got us to play the video and he didn't know it was going to be that guy who pulled down the hood and everything, and just how disappointed he was and how it didn't go as he had planned, like, at all. Like, he expected this to be such a grand, like, movement type thing, and then he's like quickly sees like, oh shit. Oh, that sucks. That pained me. I was like, oh no. Like, he's so desperate. Like, he's seeing whatever he's seeing the current situation be. He's like, there's something's got to be, like, the other side has got to be better. And then it's like, oh god, he instantly regrets it all. And I'm just like, oh no. Oh no. Oh, I don't know if I did good or not. That was hard. A B, A plus for an overall A. Let's see, the Donaldson situation has been resolved. Oh no, it's been resolved, you say? Resolved. Some rude words were broadcast, an interference-free show, a breathtakingly good edit all of a sudden? Huh. Yeah. Advanced, angered by content and valves exceedingly handled. I did good with the valves. Advance was angered though, so that's cool, I guess. But here's the thing. In the game, I was already starting to lean that way. I was already pretty anti getting the ID cards, but not like even because I didn't like the idea of the ID cards, but when it comes to like authority, in my opinion, like it was already something that was an option, of course. And then if I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do it right now. And then you're like, oh, we really think you should do it. I'm immediately going to fight back at that point. I'm going to be like, did you not fucking hear the words I just said? I said that it's optional and I'm just not going to do it right now, you know? And so that's where I start pushing back, if I'm being completely honest with myself. Received a small bonus, oh, that's great. Hey, comfortable. I guess the small bonus is for Donaldson getting taken care of, maybe his salary is getting split amongst the rest of us still here, probably, I'd assume. Let's see. All right, yep. Government angered. They happy. And my work still likes what I do, so honestly can't complain. Yeah, and as I said, I'll end the stream here. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow or not. I'm honestly like 50-50. I thought at the beginning of the weekend I was probably going to for sure stream something tomorrow. I may end up just taking the whole Sunday off because, you know, getting a weekend completely to myself is sometimes probably a good thing for me. So we'll see. If I do stream, it's going to be a day stream, and then I'll have my night off because I definitely have some things that I want to do tomorrow night for myself. So if I stream, it'll be like an afternoon type stream, maybe even just a small one at the very least, but we'll see. But tonight's stream was fun. I really like this. I really like this game, and the game previously, AI Somnium Files. I almost forgot. I kept wanting to say not for broadcast. I was like, no, that's obviously this game. Somnium Files, while it's fucking nuts, I'm actually having fun with it. I'm actually having fun with Somnium Files, so I guess there's that, despite how dumb it sort of is, if I'm being honest. Hope you had a great night as well, had fun watching. Like I said, maybe 50-50 chance I'll be back tomorrow with something. If not, though, enjoy the rest of your weekend, your Sunday off. Do the whole thing. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, if you've got any left. I guess if you're watching archived, enjoy whatever fucking day you're watching. Stay safe, stay well. We do have final words here chosen. Let me pull those up here. I gotcha. Don't worry. I always know. I always do the thing, except when I don't. All right, final words were chosen for the stream tonight. Oh, I only got this until I only got it. I only understood. Like, I read it when it first came in, and then I was like, oh. So yeah, final words here. That's all for me this evening at the bubmanXIV stream. I'll be back next stream for more games. I'm Austin. Have a peaceful night.